So I got these new RockTrix wheels for my Jeep, which I love, except for one thing. Center cap. I hate it. I hate the silver. I hate how it says RockTrix. And this center cap size is proprietary. I've searched around for new center caps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this center cap, modify it, and make it look like a Jeep center cap, basically. What I've seen a lot of other people do is actually just take a sticker and put a sticker on top of this to hide the RockTrix and then have it say something else or not say anything at all. But I wanted it to be three-dimensional and look like an actual Jeep, for example, is what I'm going for. I want it to look like a Jeep center cap. So I actually went on Amazon, and I'll put a link to these, and I found these Jeep center caps that go to Jeep wheels, but they're obviously have a different size. But what I'm going to do is remove this logo, because this is essentially just a sticker, and then I'm going to drill a hole, and I'm going to place this Jeep cap inside of this cap, put some epoxy on the back, and it's actually going to look like a factory Jeep center cap. This sticker's actually on here pretty good. I'm able to get the outside layer, but the metal part behind it is stuck down pretty good. So I'm actually going to take this really tiny screwdriver just to get it started carefully so I don't actually damage the cap. I'm going to get it under the metal part. Hopefully. They definitely didn't intend for these to be removed. Okay, there we go. Got under it just enough that I'll be able to get under it now with this plastic one. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be, but I think it will be worth it when I'm done. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So now I got under there pretty good. I bet I can just do this with my hands now. There we go. Now I'm just gonna scrape this stuff off. I might have to use some alcohol to get the adhesive off. So I'm gonna work on this for a minute, scraping this off. Pretty much all the adhesive off of there. Now I'm just gonna take some alcohol wipes and remove the sticky stuff that's on here. Probably take more than one to get it all off here. So this is going to probably take a couple minutes. Oh yeah, it's working well though. Since this is just plastic, I don't want to use anything like brake cleaner on here or something, because that will actually damage the plastic. So I'm just using these alcohol prep pads, because it's strong enough to get rid of the stickiness, but not strong enough to damage the plastic. Now I need to find the exact center of this, but I want to be super exact because I want the Jeep to have equal distances around its entire perimeter here. So what I'm going to use, I'm actually going to take my caliper and have it set to millimeters. I'm measuring with my caliper the inside dimensions here, which are pretty much exactly 68 millimeters. So half of 68 is 34. So I'm going to set this to 34, or pretty much, there we go. That's pretty much 34 right there. Lock it in. And then this has, my jaws have a sharp edge, so I can just line it up on the edge and just score the center here. A pile hole where I made my score mark in the plastic here. Okay, so I measured the inside part of the Jeep center cap, and it's basically right at 2 5/16. So I'm going to use a 2 5/16 hole saw to make the hole for this cap in the RockTrix cap. I would like to use a drill press to do this, but my drill press is currently out of commission. So I'm going to do this by hand, and I think I can pull it off. All right, got my hole drilled. So I have this like deburring tool. Just gonna run this around the inside, clean up the cut. Imagine you can use sandpaper or a file if you don't have one of these. Okay, now this Jeep cap should snap in here now, which it does. It's a little loose because we knew that because of the depth differences. But the important part is it's completely centered on there. I think this is going to look really good once it's done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop it back out. We actually don't need this spring ring. Put this in here, and then I'm going to use some epoxy on the inside here, just around the edge, and then I'll get it centered. For the RockTrix caps drilled out and cleaned up, now I'm going to put the Jeep caps inside the RockTrix. First, I'm going to tape this in its exact position. Okay, so I have the Jeep center caps positioned exactly where I want them in the RockTrix caps. So now I'm going to flip them over, and I'm going to use this general purpose epoxy. This is just a 5-minute epoxy from Loctite, and I'm going to just put a little bit next to each one of these tabs on the inside here, and that should hold that center cap from moving. Okay, I got epoxy on each of the tabs. I just got to wait about 5 minutes for it to set up. I'm going to wait 10 just to be safe, and then I'll take the tape off, take a look at it. All right, they're done. See what they look like. Go ahead and put one in. Looks factory. Definitely way better than the RockTrix.